The state legislature may remove criminal penalties for carrying guns on campus.
And guns aren't the only thing coming to the GC campus. Georgia College is amping up its technology game. The library's Maker's Corner is where it all comes to life.
Plus, did you know we have a fishing team here on campus? We are reeling in all the details for you right now on GC360 News.
Hello and welcome to GC360 News. I'm Justin Peacock.
And I'm Taylor Weldon. Thanks for joining us. Hunting and shooting sports have always been major Southern pastimes, and Milledgeville has its own means of keeping gun enthusiasts happy. However, a bill being considered by the state legislature could take Southern gun culture in a whole new direction. Our reporter Emil Hellerud has the story.
A bill allowing guns on campuses did not pass the Senate, but that was last year. This spring, gun supporters are making a new try, and House Bill 875 has already passed the Georgia House. The measure would decriminalize carrying guns on campus. People caught carrying a gun on campus could be fined $100. No criminal charges. Even Iway is one student who would carry his gun on campus if it was legal.
Overall, I would feel safer were my teachers carrying weapons, but at the same time I would feel a little bit jealous and still a little bit helpless, just because I'm very frustrated at the prospect of other people being responsible for my safety, because I can't completely trust somebody else. The only person I can completely trust with that is myself.
But not everyone share his enthusiasm.
They shouldn't have that on campus. Campus should be a safe zone regardless. If there's going to be guns on campus, I would understand if it's security personnel, but not teachers.
Well, I mean, maybe I'm just talking about personally Georgia College. It's really safe, and there's really no point for anyone to need a gun here because nothing's ever happened.
There's been a lot of shootings in schools, but then again, I guess two wrongs don't make a right, and two guns wouldn't really help with that. I don't know, I guess I'm kind of mixed. I have mixed feelings about it.
It is in doubt if the bill will pass the Senate. But if it does, another provision would allow universities to designate specific people to carry specific firearms on campuses. Georgia College issued a statement saying the university had no comment on the bill, but the statement said, if the bill becomes law, the university system of Georgia will create a policy for its institutions, including Georgia College, to fall in line with state law.
As an American citizen, it's kind of an obligation for me to own a weapon, just because it's an obligation for me to protect myself and protect anybody who can't protect themselves, specifically my family in this case.
The gun bill has more hurdles to pass before it can become law. It faces uncertain prospects in the state Senate. GC360 will follow this story. Reporting for GC360, this is Emil Hellerud.
Gun violence is something we all need to be concerned about, but there are other ways to take out your aggression. Some students got a chance to smash a car on front campus, and it was all for a good cause. For $1, you got to do your best Paul Bunyan on a junk car. The ladies of Gamma Sigma arranged it. Proceeds went to Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Let's see how it went.
The library will have an eye-catching technology update soon, a 3D printer, as part of an area named Maker's Corner. Emil Hellerud reports.
It has taken Ryan Schlintz and his fellow students 3 weeks to design the Corinthian column. They are waiting for the 3D printer to arrive. It's 2 weeks late, and once it gets here, they will print the column out of plastic, and it will become the heart of Maker's Corner. a space in the library introduced this semester by Joe Windish.
The most exciting interactive project we have for the students is Get Busted at the library. So we have a handheld 3D scanner. And what we're going to do is you and your friend come in and you scan each other's bust. And then we will put it on the Georgia College column and 3D print it out.
The bust will be placed on top of the column for everyone to see and learn from. But this is just the starting point. The idea is for students to find new ways to use the printer, and Joe Windish sure has other technological goodies for the corner. He is open to suggestions. He wants students to get familiar with the promise of technology.
If we could have a gyroscopic belt or walker for old people to keep it, I think you would see some real improvements in terms of aging. So that this little toy robot can stand on its 2 feet with all this contraption is pretty amazing. And it's our students who are going to figure out how to make me my walker.
We have a pen that will actually do the same thing the 3D printer will, and we can take the pen and draw within mid-air whatever object we want.
The wait for the printer continues, and as the column design is now finished, the first bust is being readied for printing, the head of our mascot, Thunder. This is Emil Hellerud reporting for GC360.
When we come back, we will take you behind the scenes to the event known around Georgia College as the largest fundraiser on campus, Dance Marathon.
In 1977, in Johannesburg, South Africa, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. By the age of 9, he was already outplaying him. The odds of this gentle lad winning the Junior World Golf Championships at the age of 14, 1 in 16 million. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the Open Championship once and the US Open Championship twice, 1 in 780 million. The odds of this professional golfer having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 88. Ernie Els encourages you to learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
The Student Government Association recently held their annual finances meeting. They discussed the budget for Georgia College and where to allocate funds. This year, the association agreed to pass a bill covering all the expenses for Dance Marathon, a total of just over $1,200.
And what a night Dance Marathon was. GC360 got a close-up look at Georgia College's largest fundraiser.
I'm Mackie Davis reporting at Georgia College Dance Marathon put on by GC Miracle. We're here at the WRC and we are about to get started with Dance Marathon. It's going to be so much fun. Everyone's dancing for the kids and it's going to be great. So let's go inside and take a look. On Saturday, February 22nd, over 200 students and volunteers flooded the WRC for Georgia College Miracle's 10th annual Dance Marathon. Georgia College Miracle is the largest fundraiser on campus, where all proceeds benefit the Children's Miracle Hospital in Macon. The party quickly began as participants danced and played games for 12 straight hours without sitting down. I'm here with Jamie. She's part of our very own GC Miracle Executive Board. Jamie, what's your favorite part about being on exec?
I think my favorite part about exec is that we're just one big family. We just all really love each other, and we're all just here to celebrate the kids and dance for them.
Yeah, that's great. What are you most looking forward to about tonight?
I'm most looking forward to everyone here that is at Dance Marathon getting to really see what a great cause this is and getting to raise the money for the Children's Hospital, because all these families are so awesome and we're doing such great things here.
Throughout the day, participants were able to meet the children from the hospital and hear their stories. This was an opportunity for the Miracle children to dance, have fun, and simply be kids. Hey guys, I'm here with Thad Thompson. He is a part of the Georgia College Miracle Exec Board. Thad, will you tell us what Dance Marathon means to you and why?
Yeah, Mackie, that's a great question, and thank you guys so much for being here today. And Georgia College Miracle is Georgia College's largest student-led philanthropic fundraiser, okay? And it's also the largest event that students participate. Dance Marathon is all about standing up for those who can't stand up for themselves. So Georgia College Miracle, all of our funds, we're a nonprofit organization, and all of our funds go to the Children's Hospital in Macon. Okay. I'm up on stage trying to keep everybody partying on and keep the spirits high. So it's
he's
great.
Doing great, right? Yeah, Thad's doing a great job here at Dance Marathon, and like Thad likes to say, party on.
Party on.
Money is raised through donation in the Dance Marathon fundraiser and is then given to the Children's Miracle Network Hospital in Macon. This year, GC Miracle participants and donors raised a grand total of $51,670.52. This impressive amount far surpasses the $42,000 raised last year. To be a part of Georgia College Miracle and fundraising for the Children's Miracle Network, visit the GC Miracle page on Twitter and Facebook or the GC Miracle website at www.gcmiracle.wix.com. Reporting for GC360, I'm Mackie Davis.
One of GC's most popular urban legends involves Sanford Hall, which many students claim is haunted. Reporter Emil Hellerud takes us inside the dorm to find out why and check the facts.
Sanford Hall generates baffling stories about smells, cold spots, and footsteps. There is one incident they all emanate from. An accidental suicide on the 3rd floor in the 50s, the details of which are still murky.
There's different smells all the time, like it's just really random, and it's either hot or cold in certain areas. There's never like a balance.
It was this blank image.
I think it's just a bunch of hoo-ha. Personally, I don't think it's anything.
The floor is closed off today, serving as space for the ventilation system, and it really looks creepy up there. Georgia College arranged a haunted house walk here in the 60s during Halloween, so the walls are smashed and wrathful words cover them. History professor Dr. Bob Wilson lead us to a room where the student killed herself.
I'm not a person that sees ghosts, but I've had some interesting experiences, and one of them right here. I spent the night here one time a few years back, all by myself. No, I'm a little strange. And at one point, this was like a mild sort of electric shock went right through my whole body as I was sitting there. And I had the sense of a presence.
But what really is going on when this sort of thing happens is hard to tell.
When you are expecting things and looking for evidence of the paranormal, sometimes your mind can play tricks on you.
I had a student here, came to my office in the history department. She was a music major, I remember. Her name was Brandy. And she was kind of like that name, I don't know, anyway. But she was here seeing her boyfriend downstairs. And there's a Palladian window downstairs, and they were standing in front of that window, and she looked outside, and there was this ghost floating outside the window. And I said, what was it like? She said, it was white. And I said, well, could you see any features? Was it just a big sort of blob? And she said, yeah, I could see her face. So a couple weeks later, she came to my office, and I opened up the 1952 yearbook, you know, about 12 girls on page. Nobody knew this person's name at that point in association with the ghost. I mean, I kind of discovered this on my own, so this was new. In any event, so I don't think she could have known who she was. But she pointed right to her. She said, that's the one I saw. And it was Betty Jean Cook. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Since then, the ghost in Sanford Hall has been associated with Betty's nickname, Cookie. And whatever is happening there remains a mystery. The floor is unusable in its current condition, and the door remains locked. This is Emil Hellerud reporting for GC360.
When we come back, a Georgia College athlete gets a national honor.
Plus, did you know that Georgia College has a top-notch fishing team? Hunter Smith takes us down by the lake to meet them.
And a children's classic hits the stage of Georgia College, and it's sure to give you a sweet tooth. All this and more coming up next on GC360.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all working with United Way for a million little reasons. The kids of our communities, to ensure their academic success all the way to graduation day. You see, it takes about 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a kid becoming one or the other could be a professional athlete, or it could be you. Studies showed the earlier we get to kids, the better their chances. So become a United Way volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, and make a difference in the life of a child, for the life of that child.
Give. Advocate.
Volunteer. Live united. Join your favorite NFL players. Take the pledge. Go to unitedway.org.
Here with your weekly dose of sports, I'm Nick Landon.
And I'm Joby Peoples.
And welcome back to GC360. We mentioned last week that the Bobcats basketball team was in danger of keeping the same record as last year's team. With this season coming to a close, they've managed to at least match last season's 9 wins with a win against Clayton State. They will have 2 more opportunities to improve from last season, one of which will be at home this Wednesday, the 26th at 7:30 at the Centennial Center against Lander.
Our Bobcats baseball team just won a series against conference rival Flagler, looking in a 7-3 record. They're currently in 4th place in the Peach Belt Conference, but look for them to crack the top 3 in the next couple of weeks. You can catch them this weekend in a conference doubleheader against UNC Pembroke, with games starting at 1 and 4 this Saturday, as well as a game at 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Here's something you may not know. Georgia College has a fishing team. Actually, it's a club, but they compete with other schools and have traveled as far as South Florida. GC360's Hunter Smith reels in the story.
This is Georgia College's fishing team. GC360 reports the story behind this team and the sport they represent.
The old TR-20 is ready to rock and roll.
Honestly, I love the guys on the team. You know, we're all a good group of guys. We're really, hardcore into the team. We all love to fish. We all wake up, anytime we got a tournament and put our all into everything.
I've been fishing all my life since I was young. I've been on the team now for 2 years, and I'm just now getting to travel around all these other lakes.
Fishing tournaments for about 4 or 5 years, and I've been on Georgia College fishing teams for 3 years. But I fished my whole life. I grew up. I don't even remember the first time I caught a fish. I was too young.
We asked how they compared to other fishing teams across the nation and had this to say.
College fishing come about 8 years ago, and in the past we've had really good teams, good guys on the team, compete at a high level.
We're actually pretty good. We a couple years ago we was ranked in the top 10 in the country. This year it's been a struggle. We didn't make the first FLW cut for the next round, but we're doing pretty good.
We also want to know how someone becomes a member of the team.
The fishing team show up to the meeting, have qualifiers, and if you have a boat, you're more likely to be on the team because we're low on boaters. But if you don't have a boat, we got an extra spot. We can rotate you in. We get some background information about you.
We wanted to know what truly was a good day of fishing to these guys.
Pretty much any day is a good day to be fishing. It doesn't matter if it's raining or if it's the sun's out and wind blowing. Any day I can be fishing is a good day.
A good day of fishing for me is, any day I can get out with anyone on the team, get out there, get solid bites all day. Yeah. We catch good fish. We don't have to catch limits, but as long as we're getting good bites, just basically out there having a good time, good weather. Don't like to fish in the freezing cold. Any day is really a good day.
What is in store for the future of this team?
The future for the team's looking pretty strong. We got a lot of good guys right now. looks like it's only going to get better. We got a lot of good prospects. We got great funding from the school. We're looking to have, potential scholarship money in the future for guys who want to come out and fish with us. So.
This is Hunter Smith reporting for GC360.
We are here with Shantiana Keys, a member of the GC women's basketball team. Hey, Shantiana, how are you?
Hey, that's right. Shantiana has recently been named on the Capital One Academic All-America team. Tell me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, tell me how you're feeling about that.
It's awesome. Last year I also got the award, so.
That's right.
I improved a little bit this year, so I moved up a team, and I'm just pretty excited that I could, represent Georgia College this way.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. So, Shantiana, tell us, how difficult is it to kind of maintain your GPA and your good grades with being so involved in basketball and other sports here at GC?
Yeah, because you got a 4.0, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I'd say it's not as hard as you may think it is, but it's also not easy, obviously. I just try to devote a lot of time to both and try to maintain excellence in both.
Yeah, time management. That's what it's all about. Yeah. So that's pretty impressive. You're also doing great things on the basketball court. You're currently up there for you're in the top 10 for 3 different all-time Georgia College records right now. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Right now, trying to move up in the scoring. I want to get the scoring title before I leave. Hopefully, no injuries and just maintain a high level of play. But I'm trying to at least get to probably 4th by the end of this season.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we have 3 guaranteed games. So
thank you very much. Thank you so much for coming and being on the show with us. That about does it for sports this week, guys. Stick around for entertainment news with Jerry.
She has an update on the latest app craze, and she'll interview a cast member of the Teachers Department newest musical. I'm sorry, not Teachers Department, Theater Department's newest musical,
Good save.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You won't want to miss it. I'm Jerry Osborne with entertainment news for GC360. Nashville-based artists Jimmy Mitchell and Elena Marie Boudreau gave a free concert to GC students and faculty last week. GC360 reporter Kyle Shanahan takes us inside the Love Good Music performance.
The Arts and Sciences building was alive with the sounds of music on February 20th, when Georgia College hosted a concert by freelance artists Alana Boudreau and Jimmy Mitchell. The duo came on behalf of Love Good Music, an artistic community that Mitchell founded to help artists release new music. As part of this community, Boudreau and Mitchell believe that music has the power to affect people in different yet positive ways.
I really believe that artists are servants of beauty in the sense that there's something almost transcendent that an artist taps into, something that can help the world as well as the artist, him or herself, understand the depths of our own humanity and sort of wrestle with your own joys and struggles. And a lot of these songs have come out of deep personal places, but I think also sort of have a universal sensibility and appeal. Anyone who's living life can understand the reality of life and love and sorrow and redemption and all those kinds of things.
Love Good Music may be based out of Nashville, Tennessee, but its influence has spread to many people across the country. Boudreau herself is one such example.
You better settle down before the sun come up, says you better settle down before the day begun. You better settle down before the sun come up, says.
I got involved with Love Good Music because I met Jimmy Mitchell but 2 years ago when I was a junior in college. And we discovered that we had a very similar vision in terms of bringing music and goodness and truth and beauty to the culture through music. And so we just kind of joined forces, and this past summer I was on tour with him for the first time. And we went through the eastern seaboard states, and that's where it all started, so yeah.
Last Thursday's show in Milledgeville marked the last leg of a week-long tour for the duo. But Mitchell says there's plans for more shows in the future. Many of the concerts held by Love Good Music have free admission to help make new fans and find new patrons.
Looks like this summer we're going to be doing another pretty heavy tour, as far as west as San Diego, as far north as Boston, as far south as Tampa. This particular tour is just in the southeast right now. That last summer, the one that you mentioned, we did a 45-city tour in about 60 days. It was a bit grueling. It was also really fruitful, and one that we hope to kind of duplicate this summer, but fine-tune some things so it's not quite as crazy for the artists and musicians. So.
More information about Love Good Music and their artists can be found online at lovegoodmusic.com. Reporting for GC360, this is Kyle Shanahan.
I have Nick Stinson here with me today, Charlie Bucket, and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, of course. And how are you feeling about this? This is your first college production. Are you nervous, excited?
Extremely nervous and excited at the same time. It's not usually common for a freshman to be in such a huge production. Luckily, I'm 5'2", so I look like I'm 12 years old. So it kind of fits with Charlie Bucket, yes, yes.
And I can only imagine the amount of time invested in rehearsal. How did you come to find your character, Charlie Bucket?
Like you said, there was so much time spent rehearsing and everything, and I spent a lot of time outside of the rehearsals looking at my script and figuring out who Charlie was as a character and finding things that defined him.
And what do you think that the audience can expect to see that makes this portrayal of Willy Wonka so different and special from all the others?
Well, in the older movies, like the one that came out a couple of years ago and the one that was a lot older, you know, it really doesn't follow Roald Dahl's book. And this one actually follows his book, like with the nut room, and we actually have the grandparents in wheelbarrows instead of beds.
Oh, that's great.
So it's pretty interesting.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you.
Stop by and see Willy Wonka.
Why would someone want to come and see the show?
This show really captures the imagination of not just children but adults.
We've got a really great cast. They're all super talented people, and we've got an incredible band. You're going to be jumping up and down.
Every person that's sitting in the audience is going to be intrigued. They're going to feel like they're really in the moment with these characters.
It's Willy Wonka. It's nothing but fun to watch and enjoy.
And the show really is magic. It's just magical.
It's something you cannot miss.
Come out and see Georgia College's theater production of Willy Wonka, running Saturday, February 26th through March the 1st at 8 p.m. with a Sunday matinee at 2 p.m. in Russell Auditorium. To pre-purchase tickets, go to gcsutickets.com.
That's a wrap for us here at GC360. I'm Justin Peacock.
And I'm Taylor Weldon.
Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.